Welcome to the Daily Rant. Today's special guest is Niblet. Hello. Hello, Niblet. Hello. Right. Today should be a really happy day. I should be uploading a shit ton. I should be getting my entire Steam list into play, but I'm not. I am not at all. You know why? Because my internet speeds are, well, subpar pretty much. I mean, 400 kilobytes a second is the most that I'm hitting. It's kind of fair enough. It's a new connection. You get some hiccups and stuff. It very rarely happens just like it should. So I jump on to my ISP, and straight away, the first thing they say, contact your line provider. I'm on naked, so that they just pass the buck straight away. It wasn't until I've forced them to go ahead and do their job. I'll probably go ahead and put the audio clips to the conversations up at some point. But I've had to force them to go through some mandatory checks before we found out that might not have to call Telstra. Might just have to check the ports in your house. Might have to check the modem. Plenty of things that, you know, you might have to go ahead and check. What is that? What even is that? Paper or fluff or something. So yeah, plenty of things to check. But no, they just went straight away, call Telstra. So I've ended up having to basically call them back to make a complaint, which I was then criminalized for. I was told that no matter what they did, it was my fault. That anything and everything that they did as representatives of a company, it was the client's fault, you see. So I took exception to that, a bit of kicking and screaming and yelling, and I eventually dragged the manager's name out of the guy's mouth, and that took a long time. Do not accept the fact that they don't know someone's last name. Pull up inter-office emails, thousands of ways, just the ridiculity that you would not know your boss's last name. Okay, it's ridiculous. So I eventually got that out of him, and lo and behold, he suddenly became extremely helpful. Still didn't manage to get anything done, but he became extremely helpful. So I call up the next day, today, go ahead and just say, look, before I call Telstra, let's make sure that it definitely isn't on your side, it's definitely not on my side, and we'll get a third party involved. The same thing happened. I had to force them to do their job. They refused to make a call to Telstra until I had gone and gotten a second modem from God knows where I was getting that from. I mean, you know, it's something I generally have just lying around, you know. So I've turned around, I've managed to just call them on it there and then. I said, look, fair enough, fine. This is what's just happened. I have just tested it. Put through a call to Telstra. He couldn't really argue with that. Even though he knew I was lying, he couldn't argue with it. Lovely. Loved it. Finally put through the call to Telstra. Meanwhile, I go ahead, do some runs and some checks, find out that there is no syncing issues, because that was this new guy's little problem. He says, your router isn't syncing properly. I think it's your router that's the problem. Well, take this, Exetel. If I had listened to you, I would have gone ahead and just wasted more time. All I had to do was put it into the primary port. Suddenly it syncs fine, but I still end up with a poor data rate. So, with a bit of luck, Telstra will actually come out, fix the line. If I end up getting charged, there's no way around that. So, there's the be-all, end-all of it. At the end of the day, it's taken almost 8 hours of screaming down a phone to get something that should have been really easy to do. Well, there's the Daily Rant for today. I feel a bit better. Join us tomorrow when hopefully I'll have those audio clips uploaded and we can all have a good chuckle at exactly how little internet technicians know about the internet.